If you are gluten-free, finding picnic food that actually holds up outdoors and tastes good can feel like a real challenge. But this collection of easy gluten-free picnic snacks proves that you do not have to settle for sad, crumbly alternatives that fall apart in your basket. One of the smartest swaps in this lineup uses a simple ingredient to create a crunchy, sturdy base that stays fresh for hours. Stick around because each of these ideas is designed to make your July 4th gathering simpler and more delicious. Whether you are feeding picky eaters or just want everyone to feel included at the table, these recipes are built for real summer fun. Think creamy dips, crispy bites, fresh veggies, and satisfying handheld snacks that are anything but boring. You might be surprised by how many of these dishes you can prep the night before and still have taste amazing the next day. So let us jump right into this roundup of gluten-free picnic snacks that will make your holiday spread a hit. Let's kick off our picnic spread with these adorable no-bake berry cheesecake jars that are as easy as they are delicious. They are perfect for a gluten-free July 4th celebration because they skip the graham cracker crust and use a simple nut-based crumble instead. You just blend up some soaked cashews with a little lemon juice and maple syrup for a creamy, dreamy filling. Then you layer that into small jars with a handful of fresh strawberries and blueberries for that classic red, white, and blue look. The nut crumble on top adds a nice little crunch that makes every bite interesting. If you need a nut-free version, you can swap the cashew cream for a thick coconut yogurt and use crushed gluten-free pretzels for the crumble. Everyone will love how these feel like a fancy dessert but come together in just a few minutes. Now let's move on to something savory that travels just as well. Next up are these colorful Caprese skewers that bring a fresh and tangy pop to any picnic basket. They are naturally gluten-free and super simple to assemble, which makes them a no-stress addition to your holiday menu. You just thread cherry tomatoes, fresh basil leaves, and small cubes of mozzarella onto short skewers or toothpicks. Then you drizzle them with a little balsamic glaze and a pinch of salt for that perfect sweet and savory finish. The best part is that you can make these a few hours ahead and they actually taste better as the flavors meld together. For a dairy-free twist, you can use marinated tofu cubes or a vegan mozzarella alternative that holds up well at room temperature. These skewers always disappear fast because they are so easy to grab and eat while you are chatting with friends. Let's keep the savory momentum going with a hearty option that is great for sharing. These gluten-free spinach and feta pinwheels are the kind of snack that makes everyone ask for the recipe. They are ideal for a picnic because they hold their shape and taste amazing cold or at room temperature. You start with a simple gluten-free tortilla or flatbread that is soft and pliable enough to roll. Then you spread on a mixture of cream cheese, crumbled feta, and chopped spinach that has been squeezed dry. Roll it up tightly, chill it for a bit, and then slice it into neat little spirals that look so pretty on a platter. If you want to add some protein, you can throw in some cooked chicken or crumbled bacon before rolling. These pinwheels feel like a real treat, and they keep everyone full and happy between meals. Next, let's talk about a crunchy snack that adds a little fun to the mix. This roundup of gluten-free picnic snacks is packed with variety, so I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these 18 ideas would you try first for your July 4th picnic? Maybe the zucchini fritters or the berry chia pudding caught your eye. Drop your answer in the comments below and let me know what dietary swaps you usually need. Your comment might help someone else who's looking for ideas too. While you're here, hit that like button if this collection was helpful. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss our next roundup. Keep watching because there's more inspiration coming up. For a crunchy, savory bite that is packed with flavor, these spicy roasted chickpeas are a total game changer. They are naturally gluten-free and make a fantastic alternative to chips or crackers that might contain hidden gluten. You just drain a can of chickpeas, pat them dry, and toss them with olive oil and your favorite spices. A mix of smoked paprika, garlic powder, and a pinch of cayenne gives them a warm kick that is not too overwhelming. Roast them in the oven until they are golden and crispy, and you have a snack that stays crunchy for hours. For a milder version, you can skip the cayenne and add a little cumin and onion powder instead. People love munching on these because they are so satisfying and feel like a healthier indulgence. Now let's switch gears to something sweet and fruity that is perfect for a hot summer day. This watermelon and mint fruit salad is the most refreshing thing you can bring to a July 4th picnic. It is naturally gluten-free and hydrating, which is exactly what you need when you are spending time outdoors. You just cube up some ripe watermelon and toss it with fresh blueberries and a handful of chopped mint leaves. A squeeze of lime juice brightens everything up and keeps the fruit from browning too quickly. You can even add a little crumbled feta cheese on top for a salty contrast that makes the watermelon taste even sweeter. If you are avoiding dairy, just leave out the feta and add a sprinkle of chili powder for a fun twist. This salad always gets rave reviews because it is so simple yet so incredibly delicious. Let's wrap up this first batch of recipes with a handheld treat that is both fun and filling. These gluten-free mini quiche bites are like little pockets of comfort that are perfect for a picnic spread. They are made without any pastry crust, so they are naturally gluten-free and much lighter than traditional quiche. You just whisk together some eggs, milk, and your favorite fillings like cooked broccoli, shredded cheese, and diced ham. Pour the mixture into a greased mini muffin tin and bake until they are puffed and golden. They come out perfectly portioned and easy to grab, which makes them ideal for a casual outdoor meal. For a dairy-free version, you can use unsweetened almond milk and a dairy-free cheese shred that melts well. These little bites feel so satisfying and they are always a hit with both kids and adults. There are plenty more gluten-free picnic ideas coming up, so stick around for the next batch of easy recipes. Next up, we have loaded sweet potato skins, which are basically the coziest finger food you can bring to a picnic. They fit right in with the July 4th theme because they feel like a classic appetizer, but they are naturally gluten-free and packed with good-for-you ingredients. You start by baking sweet potato halves until they are tender, then scoop out just a little of the flesh to create a little boat. Fill them with black beans, corn, and a sprinkle of cheese, then pop them back in the oven until everything is warm and melty. A dollop of sour cream or a dairy-free alternative on top makes them feel extra special. If you want to keep them vegan, just use a plant-based cheese and skip the sour cream for a fresh avocado slice instead. These little skins are so satisfying and have that perfect balance of sweet and savory that everyone craves. Now, let's move on to a snack that brings a little crunch to the table. These crispy buffalo cauliflower bites are about to become your new favorite picnic snack, trust me. They are a fantastic gluten-free alternative to traditional chicken wings, so they work for almost any dietary need at your gathering. You toss cauliflower florets in a simple batter made from rice flour and water, then bake them until they are golden and crisp. Once they come out of the oven, you coat them in your favorite buffalo sauce for that spicy, tangy kick. They are best served with a side of ranch or blue cheese dressing for dipping, which cools everything down nicely. For a milder version, you can swap the buffalo sauce for a honey garlic glaze or a simple barbecue sauce. People will love how these bites are crunchy on the outside and tender on the inside, with just the right amount of heat. Next, we have a refreshing option that is perfect for balancing out all those bold flavors. If you're loving this collection of gluten-free picnic snacks, you'll find even more help on our website. Head over to www.healthybitestribe.com to explore hundreds of recipes like these. You can use our AI recipe generator to create custom dishes based on what you have in your pantry. The meal planner makes it easy to organize your July 4th menu or any week of meals. You can save your favorite recipes from this list and share them with friends and family. It's all designed to make cooking for allergies or healthier eating simpler and more fun. No ads, no pressure, just practical tools and a supportive community. Check it out when you get a chance and see how it fits into your kitchen routine. These cucumber and avocado sushi rolls are a light, refreshing addition to your picnic basket that feels surprisingly fancy. They are perfect for a hot July 4th because they are served cold and require no reheating, making them super convenient. You simply spread a thin layer of sushi rice onto a sheet of nori, then add slices of cucumber and creamy avocado. Roll everything up tightly using a bamboo mat, then slice into bite-sized pieces with a sharp knife. A little sprinkle of sesame seeds on top adds a nice nutty flavor and a bit of visual appeal. You can easily make these soy-free by using coconut aminos instead of soy sauce for dipping. These rolls feel light and fresh, and they are always a hit with people who want something cool and crunchy. Let's keep things cool with another no-cook option that is incredibly simple to throw together. These Mediterranean hummus and veggie cups are the ultimate grab-and-go snack for a busy picnic day. They are a great way to get some vegetables in, and they are naturally gluten-free and full of protein from the hummus. You just layer a generous scoop of hummus at the bottom of a small cup, then top it with chopped cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, and Kalamata olives. A drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of paprika on top makes it look like you spent way more time than you actually did. You can serve these with gluten-free pita chips, or just use the veggies as dippers for a low-carb option. If you want to change it up, try using roasted red pepper hummus or adding some crumbled feta cheese on top. These cups are so colorful and satisfying, and they make everyone feel like they are eating something really special. Now, let's talk about a sweet treat that is perfect for a warm afternoon. Grilled peach and honey skewers are a simple dessert that tastes like summer on a stick. They are ideal for a July 4th picnic because you can make them on a grill or a grill pan, and they are naturally gluten-free and dairy-free. You just slice firm peaches into wedges, thread them onto skewers, and brush them with a little honey and a pinch of cinnamon. Grill them for just a few minutes on each side until they have those beautiful char marks and the honey starts to caramelize. A sprinkle of fresh mint or a dollop of coconut cream takes them to the next level without any extra effort. You can also swap the peaches for nectarines or even pineapple for a different flavor profile. These skewers are warm, juicy, and sweet, and they feel like a real treat without being heavy. For our final dish in this section, let's make something that is both savory and a little bit indulgent. Gluten-free bacon and chive deviled eggs are a classic picnic staple that never goes out of style. They are perfect for this video because they are naturally gluten-free and can be made ahead of time without any fuss. You start by hard-boiling your eggs, then slice them in half and pop out the yolks into a bowl. Mash the yolks with a little mayonnaise, mustard, and a pinch of salt, then stir in some crispy crumbled bacon and fresh chives. Spoon or pipe the mixture back into the egg whites and you have a beautiful, crowd-pleasing snack. For a dairy-free version, you can use a vegan mayonnaise and it will still taste just as creamy and delicious. These deviled eggs are always the first thing to disappear at any gathering, and they feel so nostalgic and satisfying. Now, let's move on to the final part of our video where we put together the perfect picnic spread. Next up, we have these tender gluten-free lemon blueberry scones that feel like a little bakery treat in your picnic basket. They are perfect for July 4th because they bring that bright, fruity flavor everyone craves on a warm summer day. You start with a simple gluten-free flour blend, then cut in cold butter until it looks like coarse crumbs. Stir in fresh or frozen blueberries and a good amount of lemon zest for that citrusy pop. A splash of heavy cream or a dairy-free alternative brings the dough together without making it tough. For a dairy-free version, use cold coconut oil instead of butter and a little coconut cream in place of the heavy cream. These scones are slightly crisp on the outside and soft inside, making them feel special without any fuss. Now let's move on to something that adds a little crunch and color to your spread. Cooking for food allergies or dietary restrictions can feel lonely sometimes, but you're not alone. This whole collection of gluten-free picnic snacks is just one example of what we share here. Over at www.healthybitestribe.com, you'll find a community of people who get it. You can connect with others who also cook gluten-free, dairy-free, or for other needs. Share your own recipe twists, ask questions, and get encouragement from real home cooks. It's a warm, welcoming space where everyone is learning together. If you want to be part of that, hit subscribe and come join us on the site. You deserve a place where your cooking challenges are understood and celebrated. These rainbow veggie and cream cheese roll-ups are such a fun way to pack extra vegetables into your picnic without anyone complaining. They work beautifully for this holiday because they are colorful, portable, and completely gluten-free when you use the right wraps. Start with a soft gluten-free tortilla or a large lettuce leaf if you want to keep it even lighter. Spread a thin layer of whipped cream cheese or a dairy-free alternative all the way to the edges. Layer on thinly sliced bell peppers, carrots, cucumbers, and spinach, then roll it up tightly and slice into bite-sized pinwheels. You can swap the cream cheese for hummus or mashed avocado if you want a dairy-free option that still holds everything together. These roll-ups are crisp, creamy, and so satisfying that people will grab them before anything else. Next, let's talk about a snack that brings a little smoky flavor to the table. These smoky paprika almonds are the kind of snack you can make ahead and toss into a bowl for people to munch on all afternoon. They fit right into a July 4th picnic because they are naturally gluten-free and full of bold flavor without any heavy ingredients. You just toss raw almonds with olive oil, smoked paprika, a pinch of cayenne, and a little salt. Spread them on a baking sheet and roast them until they are fragrant and slightly darker in color. Let them cool completely so they get that perfect crunchy texture that keeps you reaching for more. If you want a milder version, skip the cayenne and add a little garlic powder and dried rosemary instead. These almonds are smoky, salty, and just a little spicy, making them impossible to stop eating. Now let's move on to a dish that feels like a classic summer side with a gluten-free twist. This gluten-free corn and black bean salsa is so fresh and chunky that it practically screams summer picnic. It is ideal for the 4th because it uses seasonal ingredients and pairs perfectly with grilled meats or gluten-free chips. You just mix together cooked corn, rinsed black beans, diced red onion, chopped cilantro, and a squeeze of fresh lime juice. Add some diced tomatoes and a little minced jalapeno if you want a bit of heat that wakes up your taste buds. A drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of cumin ties everything together without needing any complicated steps. For a milder version, leave out the jalapeno and add some diced bell pepper for extra crunch and color. This salsa is bright, tangy, and so refreshing that it will disappear fast from any picnic table. Next up is a sweet and savory option that feels like a little handheld dessert. These gluten-free apple cinnamon muffins are soft, tender, and filled with cozy flavor that works just as well at a picnic as it does at breakfast. They are great for July 4th because they are easy to pack, don't need refrigeration, and satisfy that sweet tooth without being too heavy. You mix your gluten-free flour with cinnamon, a little nutmeg, and some brown sugar for that warm spiced base. Fold in finely diced apples and a handful of raisins or chopped walnuts if you want extra texture in every bite. A little applesauce keeps them moist without needing too much oil or butter. For a nut-free version, simply leave out the walnuts and add a few extra raisins or some dried cranberries instead. These muffins smell amazing and taste even better, especially when you eat them outside on a sunny afternoon. Now let's wrap things up with one last dish that brings everything together for a perfect picnic finale. For our final dish, we have these chewy gluten-free chocolate chip cookie bars that are the ultimate crowd pleaser for any celebration. They are perfect for July 4th because they are easy to slice, share, and enjoy without any plates or forks. You press a simple cookie dough made with gluten-free flour, butter, brown sugar, and plenty of chocolate chips into a lined baking pan. Bake them until the edges are golden and the center is still soft, then let them cool before cutting into squares. The texture is just right, not too crumbly and not too dense, so everyone will love them. For a dairy-free version, use vegan butter and dairy-free chocolate chips, and they will still turn out perfectly chewy and delicious. These cookie bars are sweet, comforting, and the kind of treat that makes a picnic feel truly special. Thank you so much for joining me for these easy gluten-free picnic snacks, and I hope your July 4th is filled with good food, good company, and lots of happy moments. And there you have it, 18 gluten-free picnic snacks perfect for your July 4th celebration. You can pick and choose the ones that fit your taste, your dietary needs, or just what you have on hand. Whether you're cooking for a crowd or just for yourself, this collection gives you plenty of options. If you enjoyed these ideas, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more. Over at www.healthybitestribe.com, you'll find even more recipes like these. Our community has an AI recipe generator, a meal planner, and tools to save and share your favorites. You can also join the chat to swap tips and get support from others who cook with allergies or restrictions. Thanks for watching, and I hope your picnic is full of good food and good company.